Hey guys, Travis here at the CLG house with Doublelift for the first interview I've done in quite some time. Let's see if I still got it. Doublelift, how you been?
Pretty good, and you don't still got it.
Good. We're off to a great start, just like normal. So, you have had some changes. You and I went on a vacation, but we'll save that for the second part of where nothing matters. But you have had some structural changes to the team recently. Do you want to tell me what those are?
Yeah, so Chester retired, and we moved Gigi to sub because we wanted to make some changes to the team, and we felt like we want to get like the kind of new blood going in, and we didn't really know exactly who we were gonna pick uh, as soon as we made those changes, but we actually lucked out and found like some hidden talent. Link was friends with this guy named Trixie who was on like Team All Pro with Curse, and his communication is actually like exactly what we need. And obviously, I was like searching for support for a really long time. There's a big shoes to fill to like replace Chester, but Aframu, like I actually randomly, I think I bumped into him in solo queue, and I was like, "You want to do a bot?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then we just smashed hard, and he landed every hook. So I was like, I messaged him after. I was like, "Do you like enjoy playing support?" And then, with the season 4 changes, support's being able to carry. I feel like Aframu had his like first debut as a support for like 3 months, and he didn't play that well. But as at the end of the 3 months, he was playing pretty well, and then he just wanted to go back to streaming or whatnot. But now he's playing really well.
So, your decision to bring in Aframu was based off of one game that you played in solo queue.
Oh yeah, dude, he crushed. He landed every hook.
Oh, good. All right. Good to see CLG's decision making is as good as it's ever been. So you got Afro back on the team. What's it like to have him back? And actually, I should ask, like, the way that you guys characterized this whenever you made the Twitter announcement, which was just all star PR by Kelby May. But you guys made this Twitter announcement that you guys were going to have Aframu and Trixie. They were going to be playing with you for I Am Cologne. So does that mean they're on the team, or what's the deal?
Um, it does not mean that they're officially on the team. It means that we're still in like kind of a open tryout period, but they've shown that they're the best so far. The best contenders for the spots, and so we need to lock down a certain roster for I Am Cologne, and scrimming with them has been really nice. I feel like we've been steadily improving like dramatically across the first 2 weeks.
So does that mean that I Am Cologne is going to be like the trial for them?
Yeah, definitely. Like, one thing that I've always like believed is doesn't matter how well you play in scrims, doesn't matter really how well you like LCS is the next step up from scrims, but what really matters is crunch time, like LAN events. So, for example, playoffs or worlds. If you can't perform in front of a crowd when it actually matters, when like there's money on the line, when like placings are on the line, then it doesn't matter if you're a god in scrims. Doesn't matter if you're a god in LCS. So we try to take these scrim performances. They're important, but take them lightly because if they can't perform in LAN, it doesn't really matter. So it is the tryout.
So does that mean that fans and spectators watching I Am Cologne, every time Trixie or Aframu mess up, they can put like a little tally, and then whenever they make a good play, they can put a tally on the other side?
Yeah, sure. They can do whatever they want, but yeah, we're gonna look at it holistically though. Like if you make 5 bad plays, but you make like 20 good plays, you're still on probably.
Okay, so good. So it is the tally
It
system
is
then.
the tally system.
All right, good. So it's got to get the more good plays than the bad plays, and you're good. So you had I saw some Twitter activity yesterday, or maybe it was the day before, about Choster saying his goodbye to the team. How did that go down?
Um, well, obviously I'm really sad. I was sad about it. When we first made when he first made the decision to retire, and we were like, oh, now we have like a support position open, but like I don't know. He's just the guy who first brought me on the team. He like moved from carry to support so that he could like teach me and stuff, and like he believed in me the whole way, and then he taught me everything. Chow school is like a legend, like going to Chow school, and he was like my best friend on the team. Like we did everything together. We like hung out, we ate food, we went to the gym. Like we were just like the closest members on the team. I think everyone else was kind of more distant to each other than us, and it was really sad. He got choked up. I just got really sad. I was like, damn, dude. And I hugged him goodbye. And he gave everyone a hug and a goodbye and wished us all good luck. So, I hope he does well in whatever he does, whatever he wants to do. I'm sure he'll succeed.
Did you get choked up?
I don't really get choked up, but I was really sad.
Was it like that time that I forced you to go out to the restaurant whenever you were in a fight with so and so?
Wow. Are we really bringing this up, Travis? 3 years in the digging. No, it was not like that. I was just like, it's like watching a legend die, or not die, but like step away from the scene.
It was like watching a legend retire. Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe that
yeah,
would be
yeah. Maybe dying is maybe a little bit too much.
rest in peace,
Rest in
Choster.
peace, dude.
He'll be missed. So, and then on the other hand, you had Gigi go into the support role. So I noticed when I walked in that there was not him or, any Skype portals or any kitties or anything like that. So does that mean that he's not at the house either?
Yeah, he's moved back. There's no real reason for him to be at the house. I mean, when we need him, we'll call him, but he's just doing his streaming thing. He did like a kitty fundraiser, which is cool. I'm glad that he's doing stuff in his free time and just like having fun, And I always respect him because he's one of the smartest players in the league. And yeah, he was the best, and people say he like fell down and stuff, but I still think he's a good player. He's just not right for the team right now.
So you said that you're going to call him. How would that call work? Would you get a cat to come to the house, and then that would be how he'd arrive, or how do you call him back to the team?
We flash the bat signal and he swoops down. I don't know. We would just call him, like, hey, what up? We need you to play. And he's like, okay. And then he comes to the house.
Very good. I like it. So moving back to Aframu and Trixie. So let's start off with Aframu, and then we'll get to the good stuff. So you got Aframu back. How's the bot lane looking?
We've been smashing pretty much every game in scrims. But like I said, I don't want to take scrims as like a indicator of how well we'll do in a LAN environment, because honestly, it's just completely different. And I know that these other bot lanes are really out of practice while we are really in practice. So I want to see how well we'll do, but I think we're really strong. We play hyper aggressive, and we're always looking for kills. I think we're just taking the North American bottom lane scene with Cutie Pine, Patoy, Wild Turtle, and Special. Those guys play super aggressive, and we just took it to the next level. So I'm really excited to play with him. He's a playmaker. He's one of those clutch players with the highlight reels, and he's an 80 player just like me. So we kind of think the same way, and we both just want to make the big plays, but we're not retarded about it,
So is he landing the hooks and making these ridiculous things that are allowing you guys to win games?
Yeah. He's definitely the exact opposite of passive. He's always looking for some opportunity to outplay the opponent or just make an initiation. I love playing with Afro right now. It's just so much fun.
So when you say he's the exact opposite of passive, would you usually use the word aggressive?
Yeah, but when you say somebody's aggressive, I don't know. I feel like that word is super overused. Just saying somebody's aggressive just means they're playing the game correctly, because yada yada, you're just looking to outplay. But I don't know. I feel like most supports are passive, even though they say that they're aggressive supports. They're really just sitting back and waiting for somebody to make a mistake. But Afro's not waiting for somebody to make a mistake. He's ready to just jump the gun and make something happen.
So he's pretty aggressive then.
Sure, whatever, Travis. I hate you.
So CLG from here on out, since I know you said you don't like the word aggressive, instead you'll be substituting that with the exact opposite of passive.
Opposite of passive, exactly.
Good that it's good that we have these new terms and stuff going into season 4. Then now we got Trick Z. So this guy, I guess he's a big streamer, and he's got these catchphrases and stuff, and everybody
drop bows on him. Drop bows on him. Yeah.
So that's him. So how did you decide to pick up this famous streaming personality to your team?
Well, his Udyr play is just immaculate. No, okay, so people will get them confused, but yeah, he's pretty much unknown. We pretty much tried him out because Link said this guy's pretty good, and I was like, nobody else had any idea who this guy was, and so we tried him out, and we figured, just by complete chance, his communication was amazing for our team. He's just constantly talking, and everyone who's a fan of CLG knows we have the worst communication issues of any team. When we're losing, essentially just the communication is dead silent. But with Trick, he's also a playmaker. He's aggressive. And so
excuse me,
exactly. Passive, sorry. And so when we're behind or when we're ahead, he's always talking. I mean, obviously he doesn't have any competitive experience, and we're still working on making his calls quality, concise, and just the best possible call. But his communication style is exactly what we needed, and his mechanics are good too. So he's just unbred talent, I'd say.
So we should address the fact that he's not Trick 2G. It is actually Trick Z.
Yeah.
And it's not Tricks.
It's just Tricks. I don't know. I call him Trick. I don't know what Kelby, what do people want to call Trick? Trick Z. He might change his name because it is really confusing for people to just like know Trick 2G, a famous streamer, and then this guy. He's relatively unknown, so changing his name wouldn't really hurt him that much. But.
So you don't have, as CLG, plans to make it so that people are like, wait, who's Trick 2G?
What? Oh, well, yeah, I guess we could do that, or we could just fix the problem altogether. I don't want to screw over Trick 2G. I mean, draw bows on him.
So, you got this guy, and you said he's pretty the exact opposite of passive. So he's making plays as well.
Yeah, he's trying.
Well, that sounds promising. Really looking forward to I Am Cologne.
Wait, that came out wrong. What I meant was, yeah, he's definitely like got the right idea. The execution, because he's not had any competitive experience and all he's done is just play solo queue. We need to just nurture that talent into something that's viable in like a competitive format, because a lot of the time just things change when you play lands. Okay, you're scared to up and you're just scared to like do anything too crazy, like dive past 2 towers or just like immediately go in on like the first glance. So we're trying to nurture his talent, but he definitely has it.
Do you find that the situation that you're facing with him is similar to that of Link's? Because I know whenever Link joined, he was sort of this solo queue superstar. Is this something that you're seeing, and is the process similar to bringing Link on the team?
Yeah, like when we first saw Link, he was like attending Berkeley and he had no interest in being a pro gamer. He just knew he was good. And, just look at him now. He's like one of the top mids in North America. I'd say he's the best. And like he's top 5 challenger. He's a solo queue monster. He just plays the game nonstop and he's really smart. And he's still improving like crazy. So it is very similar. And I kind of trust Link to scout out other talent because he was that talent back then. And like for me, I came from like a different like era, like 2 years ago when everyone was pretty bad. So, I mean, but now Link's like at the top of challenger. He knows who's good. And so I trusted him with Trick and it kind of worked out.
Very good. So let's now we've gone through the players that left, the players that came in. So can we have a short discussion just about the new CLG, right? Like at least the I Am Cologne CLG. What does that team look like? If we were if we were to look at it the same way we've looked at the player, like how does the face and tone and feel of CLG now compared to what it was before?
Yeah, there's no more like protect the Doublelift. There's no more like wait for 30-40 minutes. Like we are the exact opposite of passive, Travis. And like we just go for objectives, we go for dives. We're essentially just operating how the meta is right now. Just going for dives, objectives. Only get kills when you can translate it into like a dragon or like 2 towers or something. So we just play smarter now. And you'll see like a lot more team play, because before it was just like everyone go off, scatter into lanes, and like start farming like crazy because nobody's talking. That's just a what's it called? A result of our bad communication. Is like if you look at how we played in playoffs, games would last like 40 minutes, and all we do is farm. But now, because we actually have like a plan, a shot caller like with Trick and like Link in the back, when we get a lead, we just start moving around the map together, and we actually like get shit done really fast, just like a Korean team would. Just like we kind of just mimic like what we saw that was good at Worlds. Just look at SKT when they get ahead. They just like barrel down mid and they like ace you and then they just end the game in like 20 minutes. So we're shooting for that. We're not shooting for like the old CLG style, which is like 50-minute games, like 70-minute like throws against TSM. We're not doing that anymore. Like we're just gonna end the game when we're ahead.
Looking at the changes that are coming into play, and I don't know to what extent we're going to see those at I Am Cologne, but with the new game and the way that the game is looking, how much are you accounting for the game changes in your practice, and how much do you think that will affect your guys' performance at IM?
Are you talking about the game changes like recently or like for season 4?
The ones that they've announced. And first off, perhaps you can fill me in on this. How much of the changes are we going to be seeing at IM Cologne?
You're not going to see any season 4 changes really. It's just going to be like the patch that's literally out right now with the Heimer and Sivir rework. I don't know exactly what patch it is, but with Heimer and Sivir disabled, because yeah, those champions are actually like obscenely strong right now as well. But yeah, they're disabled, and so we're just kind of practicing on this patch, but without the 2 new champions. You're gonna see pretty much the exact same thing. Nothing really changed since Worlds. I mean, Renekton, Shen, and Jax are still the OPs top lane. The mid lane OPs are pretty much the same, except assassins are not as strong. So like Zed, Fizz aren't as strong. You're gonna see a lot more like Gragas and Orianna. and LeBlanc. And then bot lane's essentially just identical. I'm really excited to see North America versus Europe's bot lanes because that's just like the point of contention for the longest time, and I just want to crush people.
And then now, because the reason why I sort of bring this up is because I know that this patch is maybe like the first step towards those bigger season 4 changes. They're starting to sort of line things up. So also, is your team looking at the season 4 changes? I mean, obviously you were able to go to Riot and get some like hands-on testing with it. How much are you guys looking at that and thinking about it, or are you just concentrating solely on this patch?
Yeah, we think about it a decent amount. Me and Yin were there to play test it, and I try to get as much information as possible across the 2 days, and I just played nonstop against these other playtesters. It's really interesting. I don't think a lot of the changes are going to translate directly to like exactly how they're going to be, but the general idea is good. I think it's really good for our team. It just makes bot lane more impactful. Afro's going to be able to carry in Season 4. Like right now he's already carrying, but he's going to be able to like hard carry in Season 4, especially if we do well. And I'm okay with the vision change. I'm still like in between. But overall, I think it's a good change for the game. I like that jungle and support are no longer just like a completely like a ward bot or like a supportive role.
Very good. So overall, you say you like the changes. Is the thing that you're most looking forward to the more active role for supports and their ability to carry, or what are the other big bullet points for you?
I think everything else is pretty insignificant. Like the vision changes, people say it's going to be this giant deal. Really, it's essentially going to be the exact same as how it is right now, minus oracles. I am most excited about bot lane because I don't know. It all comes back to I watched like Scara's grilled interview. Your competitor, Thorin, the god.
I mean, he grilled me. We're more like buddies,
Oh yeah, best.
I think he's more Kelby's competitor.
Ooh, well, I'm not going into that. So, yeah, he grilled Scara, and I listened to what Scara had to say about me because for some reason Thorin always asks about me. It's kind of weird. And Scara said, yeah, like Season 2, he was a god. And I distinctly remember during Season 2, Scara would sit behind me during LANs as I played. This was back when, like, before booths, before, like, you sat in front of a crowd or whatever before when you played. I was just sitting at the LAN, and I was playing a tournament, like IPL or something, or MLG, and he would always sit behind me every time he could and just watch me play, and he'd just be like, damn, dude, you're so good. Like, how do you do this? Why do you do this? Like, in what situation would you do this? And I was just like, yada, yada. I just, like, rattled it out, and he was just like, wow, like, damn, you played, like, so good. Or I could just see it on his face. He didn't say it exactly like that, but I was God back then. And then Scar said, like, that was because he gave everything to League. He played League nonstop. Like, his life was League. And now that he's so successful and blah, 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 he's kind of toned it back. Like, it's not like a life or death situation anymore where he has to be so good. And I kind of agreed because before I was, like, this much ahead of the other ADs. Now I'm, like, this much ahead. So I'm going to go back to just, like, breathing League and just, like, putting everything into it for this season. And the changes for Season 4 are going to help me so much because I get to work with Afro, and we get to, like, actually just hard carry games. Like, if we play well, and especially, like, I just focus more on myself than my support, but I'm sure Afro's, focused in on himself too. If, like, we both play really well individually, we'll just be able to hard carry games, just like old CLG.
That was a lot of personal information to answer the question of what are your favorite things about Season 4.
Dude, I just want to carry. That's all.
It's good. I like it, though. All right, so I'm sorry we've talked so many serious things. It's very very unusual for us and very strange in these interviews, but there's a lot to catch up on. But other than that, let's talk about your personal life. So I understand you went on a vacation during the off season here, right after Worlds. What was that like?
I had a third wheel with me as well. Forgot his name. I think it was Trevor, something like that. But
so then, who was the second wheel?
I don't know. Just some people.
Yeah. You really want to go to the third wheel section? Because I will fire back, buddy. Yeah. I have a certain picture on my phone. It's an art piece called 30 days, less than 30 days with Peter Pang. It's really interesting.
Well, I had a lot of fun on my vacation with you, Travis. It was great.
You mean with us?
With us. Yeah. Great. Screw you. This is what I needed to kind of, because I was so burnt out from Season 3. Just like my schedule was like do Worlds, stream for Own 3D. Then I do Spring Season LCS. Then I go to All Stars. That was like a boot camp experience. Then right after All Stars, I go back to Summer Season LCS, boot camp for playoffs, play playoffs. Then it's like my vacation time, and I do the analyst test for Worlds, which requires like a lot of research and time. And so like I just didn't have any relaxation time, just like to just simmer down and just like think about my career, think about like what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. And that was like the time, just like to just take my mind off of League, go on vacation, just have as much fun as possible, and then come back and just like be really motivated to train. And that's what I am right now. I'm super motivated. And you know, it was just a vacation with you, Travis. You're magical.
Yeah, good. Bringing it back from that
bicycle. We were.
Yeah. So, like, which wheel would I be?
I think you'd be the front wheel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, what are the other 2 wheels again?
Just me and someone. Unnamed.
Yeah. Someone.
Just a person, Travis. It doesn't matter who the third wheel is or the second wheel. All you need is 1 and 3, dude. The in between doesn't really matter.
A person, a single person. So, you know, going back. So what was your favorite thing about vacation?
Just spending quality time with you, Travis. I mean, just like good old days. No, it was. Well, I don't want to demean you, but Vancouver was really sick.
You would not want to demean me. That would be unusual for
I
you.
would never do that, Travis. I only have utmost respect for you and your career and your interviewing skills, which are non-existent. Why do you hold the mic like this?
So, Vancouver. Yeah, you feel weird. Vancouver, you said, was pretty sick?
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. Like, I'd never been to Canada before. Wow, I just like failed at touching the railing. And it's my first time coming to like a new place where like people speak English or whatever. Cause you know, like I went to the East Coast once, but it was a long time ago. So going to Canada, they talk kind of funny over there, and also because there's no events in Canada and like nobody lives there, they're like super excited to see you. Cause okay, like if you go to California, right, and you meet up with fans, they're like, I saw you at MLG Anaheim. Like I went to Worlds, I went to like all these events that are based in LA, and I see like you all the time, so it's not a big deal. But like when you see them, it's like this is a once in a lifetime opportunity for me to see Doublelift. Like no league event is ever gonna happen in Canada ever again, which is probably true. No, I'm just kidding. But like they happen really rarely. So when I went there, I got like a million gifts. Like everyone was super excited, drooling out of their mouths and stuff. It was just crazy.
Well, I think it was more when we went there, we got a million gifts, and people were excited to see us, right?
Who are you?
So, yeah. Seattle?
It's alright. That was more just like, let's go to Seattle and eat food, like just do like random Seattle stuff and just chill.
We shot some of our show up there.
We did?
Yeah, our fan meet. Not in Seattle, Vancouver.
Oh.
I just went on vacation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we did. Our show owns like hardcore.
I really like the second episode, which you haven't seen yet, involving your fear of heights.
I have a very big fear of heights. Please don't judge me. Everyone has phobias, okay?
Should be good. All right, anything after vacation?
No, I just kind of came back and I've just been playing nonstop with Afro. Like, I try not to be so like aggressive and controlling. Like, I want to let Afro do his own thing. And like, I'm trying to like.
You don't want to be so aggressive.
Screw you, dude. I'm just trying to like mature up because I know before when my sports would just be bad, I would just like, or when they would do bad things, I would just kind of be like, all right, whatever, I'm just gonna carry. Like, I want to work closely with Afro because he's really smart and he's really calm, which helps me. Like, if he's calm about something, then I'll be calm about something. So when we mess up, it's always just like, oh, okay, let's just do this next time. It's like, okay, and then we fix it instead of just like, having negative feelings.
Very good. All right. First off, before we go into shout-outs or whatever, do you have anything that you want to say to all the fans and everybody, all the people we met, because we did other fan meetups and, like I think there was a Halloween party here, right?
Yeah. I want to be way more interactive with my fans because, well, it's a lot of things. I think the biggest thing is for some reason I have this fear that I'm getting old. And I am kind of getting old, dude, which is so weird because I'm 20, which isn't old. But for a pro gamer, it's like you're kind of at your prime, Shut up, Travis. Just because you're an interviewer, it doesn't count. I'm a pro player, so being 20, I look at like Faker and Uzi who are 17 and 16. I'm like, damn, these guys are like monsters, and they're like barely out of middle school, you know. Um, and I just want to be more interactive with my fans because I know that like it's kind of in the middle of my career where if I don't make a lasting impression, then I'll just be forgotten. So yeah, just shout out to all my fans, like they're the best. I'm just happy that you support me. And also, we launched like a bunch of Doublelift stuff and just like Steel Gaming merchandise at our store. You should check it out, steelgaming.net/store.
So what I'm getting from this part is that you're kind of being terrorized by young people in your life. You know, like there's these young guns that are coming in and sort of terrorizing you and just giving you a headache.
The whippersnappers, dude. God, I'm getting so old.
The whippersnappers. It's awful having to deal with whippersnappers that, you know, make third wheel comments and that kind of thing. Anyway, you have any shout-outs, plugs, anything you want to say here at the end?
Yeah, to our sponsors, Razer, Zubu, I buy Power NZXT. Thanks for supporting us. And I mean, I have like the pencil shirt just came out, and we have like there's a double poster that's really sick, made by Madcom, our artist. You should check that out too.
Yeah, just check it out and then not purchase it. You can check out the rest of our coverage on this website, which may or may not be launched at this point in time. Listen, there's some changes happening. Hopefully you guys are excited about them. I think you should be, and you can check out our show. It should be good. Thanks for watching. Thanks to Doublelift for the interview and the really interesting vacation. That's all.